Well, Dave, no points, but you can feel hard done by because it was a good performance from your team.
It was a very, very, very good performance up until the final third. We've had 14 shots today. I asked the lads to do three things. I said, I want you to be full of energy. I want you to be full of hard work, which they do consistently for us. I asked them to be brave and play and pass, and I thought in terms of our performance in possession, I thought it was as good as we've been since we took over. They were brilliant. They were comfortable. They were confident. They wanted to get on the ball, and as a result, we created plenty of opportunities. In the final third, we created some very good chances, which we didn't take, and the bottom line, that's the important thing. We've now got to make sure that we finish off these opportunities that we're creating, and bottom line, be more ruthless in the final third. But in terms of performance, yes, good. But in terms of the result, no, horrendous, to be fair, because I felt we done enough to win the game. There was a couple of key decisions from the referee that I've just watched back. If he gives the first penalty for them, which personally I didn't think was a penalty, then he's also got to give the penalty for the push on Connor Washington when the two players have come together in the penalty area. So key decisions, key times, but bottom line, we've got to be better in the final third.
Yeah, plenty of passion, plenty of work rate from your team, pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball back, but as you said, just lacking that killer instinct.
Well, listen, it's not only that, there was a good tactical understanding amongst the team today. We've done our work on our shape, their discipline, their organisation, I thought was exceptional, and it's just what we do when we do turn it over. Marcus had a fantastic chance, and all he's got to do is score. He doesn't, pokes it back, Fodgenham saves it, but also, listen, I think Erhan Zuma, I thought, was outstanding when he come on as well. His first touch was positive, and he gave us some real energy. We're a young group of players, so there's plenty of development there in them, but listen, the most important thing is the performance level's been raised, but we have to make sure that we turn those into results, because at the end of the day, this is we're at the business end of the season.
You mentioned youth there, an 18-year-old only making his second start, Harry Anderson. I know you'll be keen to focus on the team, but very, very good performance from him.
The lad's still at college. He ain't finished his college work yet. He'll be in on Monday doing that work. So, listen, I think he plays with a maturity beyond his years. But the one thing that's very good with Harry is that he settled into the team. He understands his responsibility within the group. He never shies away from that, and that's been good, I thought. But listen, not only Harry Anderson, I thought across the park some of the performances were excellent.
And 4 games left of this season then, Dave, what's the challenge to yourself? What's the challenge to the players? What do you say from here on?
Win 4 games, play with that work ethic, play with that passion, play with that desire, play with the bravery that they did today, and look after the ball and pass it. It's a good pitch here, so we was able to do that, and that suits us with the players that we've got. But listen, we've got to be more ruthless and more clinical in the final third. That's the bottom line between winning games.
And do you start to have one eye on next season at all, Dave, with obviously a few games left of the season?
I've got both eyes firmly on next season, and that's going to be key for us. But whilst we're doing that, we also need to keep an eye on the here and now, because of that's critical. That's critical to us. We can't be getting too far ahead of ourselves. We have to focus on the next game, and the next game is Tuesday night against Crewe. We need to do the same things as we've done today, but we need to be more ruthless and clinical in the final third.
And I know you mentioned before the game about the gauntlet being laid down by the chairman, and you're going to go for these final 5 games. And I guess we saw that today, as you said, not quite the result, not quite the finish in the final third, but you saw that renewed belief, that passion, that desire, and the system worked really well.
Well, I don't think it was a renewed belief. The belief's always been within this group, to be perfectly honest. They're a great bunch to play with, and to work with on a day-to-day basis. But we'll be continuing our work. It's our second week, obviously, working on this formation, and the players' understanding of it is Swindon have worked on it all season. They have a good understanding of it, but I felt that we outplayed them in periods in terms of our performance levels and our passing today, and we definitely tactically got it right. And stop them playing and stop fudging them stepping in like he likes to try and do. So lots of positives, but we know what we've got to work on. I think everybody does.
And encouragement in that formation to take into, as you say, Tuesday night's game against Crewe.
Yeah, definitely, but we can always go back to the old one. So it's a good position to be in. The players have a good understanding now of them both. It's not overcomplicated. It's simple in how we do things. The players understand it, and they're getting it. So yeah. We're going to be positive, obviously, moving forwards, but we'll be feeling the disappointment and the hurt tonight, as will all the rest of the players.
And just finally, Dave, those who missed out of the squad, no injuries, just places obviously limited. Is that all it was, or anyone picking up a knock?
Yeah, we've got a strong squad of players now, and I can only pick 18 of them. So unfortunately, I can't pick any more than that. So it is what it is, and that's management.
Yeah, Dave, unlucky today.
In particular, David, we signed a striker on loan. Has he not been showing you enough in training to get into your squad? Or
no, he's done well. He's played more of a number 10 role, and Marcus and Erhan have done particularly well in that. So if I'm being brutally honest, mate, I just wanted to give them two an opportunity.
Marcus was okay today, apart from the chance. Well, I mean, we need him firing, don't we?
Yeah, Marcus was very good, and I felt Marcus could have won us the game. I think at that point, if he'd gone on and scored it. But listen, his performance levels were excellent. Erhan also when he came on. So there's loads and loads and loads of positives.